Hello, my sweet friends. Welcome back to Owning Authenticity. My name is Carly, and the video that you are about to see is an excerpt from the Sacred Circle that we had on Friday, August 16th, 2024, and does reference the Aquarius full moon that happened August 19th, 2024. So we do weave in the new and full moons to the Sacred Circle that I host every single week. In the off weeks between the moon cycle happening, we have open conversations. We talk about spirituality and life and emotions and shadow work and all of our favorite things. If you're hanging out in this community, chances are you share a lot of those same passions. And if you would ever like to check it out, you are more than welcome to pop in at the Sacred Circle membership, where you would have access to come every week. You can also just buy a day pass and come vibe it out and see if that's something that you might enjoy. Both of those links to potentially dip your toe into the water are in the description box below. Otherwise, sit back and enjoy some of the medicine from this most recent, at the time I'm releasing this, Sacred Circle. We will go ahead and get started. And this is one of our sacred circles where we're going to have an open conversation. So whatever's on your mind, on your heart, that is alive for you in this moment, or really at the moment when it's your turn to share, feel free to offer whatever it is. You never know how much you need to say it. You never know how much somebody might need to hear it. We are walking permission slips for each other in ways that we don't even really understand. So yes, so the first thing that I want to share is about my new glasses. Okay, my first pair of new glasses in 5 years. And I have been so excited all week for these glasses and got them out of the mailbox like 15 minutes before this Zoom started. I hurry up and like rip them out of the package and put them on my face. My eyeballs like almost refused to adjust. Okay. And like, go with me here as a metaphor for any change that we ever undertake in our life. Like when I put on my old glasses now and I see like how scratched and peeling and like just eternally smudged these suckers are, like what I was looking through and putting up with and tolerating that I didn't even know I was
That's
tolerating.
mhm.
Feel it, like how lost on us it is when we just are seeing through the eyes that are clouded. They're clouded. When you wake up in the morning, they're clouded. When you're driving around, they're clouded. When you go to sleep at night, they're clouded. And like, it's just normal, and how normal it is. And then I put on these glasses and my eyeballs were like literally could not like focus. They're also a slightly different shape. So like this one is a little bit like longer down my face. And so yeah, it just was so bizarre to me how these nice, clean, brand new, crystal clear lenses that are such an upgrade, and I've been waiting on them and I'm so excited. And my first reaction was I prefer my old ones. And so the first thing I did was take off the new ones and put back on the old ones. And
Mhm.
that was when I saw like, oh my God, like it is like, how the hell? No wonder I failed half my eye test at the DMV. Like these suckers like are totally like opaque, like they're just barely even see-through. Holy shit. And my eyes preferred the old ones. The old, comfortable, known cloudiness was actually preferable to the crystal clear, new shape. You're on mute, Janine, but I want to hear what you're saying.
It's what your body knows. Our body likes the familiar, doesn't it?
Doesn't it? Doesn't it?
Yeah.
And this
Even when it's crappy. That's
Yes.
what. Mm.
just be
Uh,
in that and feel how normal it is to even want the change, want the upgrade, get it, and instantly be like, actually, I think I'm going to put back on my old ones. And how okay that really is because it wasn't until I saw through these ones and needed to, I know I want my old ones back. And I put the old ones back on that I was like, what the fuck have I been living with? Oh my God. Like that was the first moment, was in allowing myself to go back rather than just like, no, you need to stay here. These are your new ones. You've been wanting this. You have to do this. You made the change. Like, here's your change. Like, live it. I let myself go back, and the going back was actually like medicine to like, okay, wait, no, let me put on the new ones again. And then I was like, okay, my eyes are starting to adjust and like that's nice. That's so nice to not have like this film of scratches like covering my eyesight all the freaking time. Like how how often do we do this? How often do we even miss the discomfort that we're living with? How often do we get access to the upgraded version that is better and then still want the old discomfort because we know it and it's our comfort zone? Like discomfort may be your comfort zone. Let that sink in, you know? And so, like, all of this going as kind of my working analogy, then leading into the Aquarius full moon that's coming up on Monday. And this is the full moon of the Leo new moon cycle that was not our last sacred circle, but the one before that. I want to say, well, it was the weekend of the TEDx event. So it was like August 4th, I think, ish, 3rd or 4th, that the Leo new moon happened. And we had that conversation about planting seeds and how you plant it, and then it's going to take a long time to actually create a plant. The plant's going to grow up, and then it's going to take a while to like produce fruit. And so, you know, what seeds do you want to plant? And what fruit are you harvesting off of the seeds that you planted long time ago? And so that was our new moon. And now this Aquarius full moon is the culmination of this current moon cycle. And I am expecting that essentially, to follow the glasses analogy, like there's going to be some upgrades that are so much better suited for your individuality, right? You get some clear lenses. And like in abstract, like that's really great news. And the discomfort of, but this isn't what I'm used to. You know, it is better for you and it's uncomfortable at the same time. And to just let both of those things be true and to go back to the old one, you know, that doesn't fit you as well, but you're used to it. So go back. That's okay. And be with the old version and be like, I was doing what? Like I was living with what? And then go back to the new version and make that journey as many times as you want until you are sitting with your new version that fits you better, your crystal clear lenses, whatever that might end up looking like for each of us. And it's enjoyable. Like you can actually feel the enjoyment of the upgrade because you let yourself switch back and forth until it was like, wow, like how lucky am I that I get to be in this new version? But to not beat up on ourselves when we're like, no, I want the crusty, cracked, foggy ones. Like, okay, go get them. Go get them back out, put those on and let me know how it goes. You know, like let me know how much you enjoy that because now that you've seen the clear version, it's actually not as comfortable as you remember.
And we can't unsee the clarity.
You really can't. You really can't. I just like, I can't even freaking believe when I put these suckers on that like this was my life. Like, what? Oh my God. Like, it's like dangerous to even think that I drove with these glasses on because they are so scratched up like all over and the coating on the lens is like cracking off like old sunglasses kind of thing. And so like there's all of these, I mean it's not good. It's not good. And these are like crystal clear and my first reaction was I hate this. I want the old ones. You know, like it just so just let yourself have your moment of like, no, I want my comfortable ones and go back there and watch them not actually be as comfortable as you remember them being, you know? So yeah, I think there's a lot of little nuggets in that story of change is hard, no matter if it's an upgrade, no matter if it fits you better, no matter if it's clear and the old ones were foggy, like change is going to be hard. Like we like our comfort zone. We like to just stay where we know what's going on and the version that fits us. And yeah, so that's my opening share. And as far as this Aquarius full moon, like I think, like I said, like I think Aquarius relating to individuality and authenticity and basically our divine mission. Like, what did you come here for? What did you come here to create? And the cloudiness of living with our conditioning versus having a sudden insight of breakthrough, of clarity around what is authentic to you. And then living through that clarity being the part that's like, I'm actually more comfortable operating under my conditioning. Thank you very much. Let me go back to like being a people pleaser. Let me go back to saying yes when I mean no. Like, let me stay in my comfort zone. And then you do it with the clarity of your authenticity right beside you. And all of a sudden, it's not as comfortable as it used to be. And like, let that process kind of be organic in the way that we allow any insights of authenticity to like not be mandates and requirements like, oh, you've seen it, now you better live from that place, or you better, don't you dare take off the new glasses and put back on the old ones. Like, dude, like do whatever you want and let the growth, like let the comfort of the new version, the comfort of the clarity of the authenticity, like let it naturally pull you into it, because it really will feel better in the long run. And it's totally normal if it does not feel better in the very short term, the first 5 seconds that you put on the pair and your eyes like literally can't see through this new version, like the cognitive dissonance of change and having a new perspective open up on something. So that's pretty abstract, but hopefully everybody can kind of see their own version inside of that. And with that, I would also love to open it up and we'll have our open-ended conversation where everybody's welcome to share whatever you got going on. And yeah, we'll weave it together and have some fun, hang out as we do. Would anyone like to volunteer to go first? Brilliant. Amazing. We all have medicine for each other every single time. And like, even not trying to like fit in the mold, I'm so glad you said that, of like, how can I offer something that'll fit in with what there's like, do your thing, man. And it still weaves in to like this place of the Aquarius full moon that's coming. And I love that like dishonesty with self, like honesty or dishonesty with self, like how honest are we willing to be with self? And then how intimate are we willing to be with self? How much are we willing to like look at whatever self has going on? Or is there that like, no, you shouldn't be this way. Like, I'm not willing to be with my pain. I'm not willing to be with my boredom. I'm not willing, like, like intimacy with self is, I mean, essentially what authenticity boils down to. Honesty with self is what authenticity boils down to. So I think like this, Aquarius full moon and this breakthrough and clarity around our authenticity, like how many pieces do we still have locked in a basement somewhere that we are not willing to invite to the table? They're knocking and we're like, you shut up. You get back in there. And the only reason I can say it is because I'm, dude, guilty, okay? This is the human condition. So I think this, again, breakthrough and clarity around our authenticity, that we're all feeling the stress and tension of this week, like this, and just to give some medicine for everyone, like this week, astrologically speaking, is like one of the high points of the entire year, 2024. We have multiple alignments that are life-changing all by themselves, and there's like 4 of them. Okay, so to have them all stacked on top of this Aquarius full moon is just like, it's a transcendence. It's time. It's the divine alarm clock going off, and like it's time to see these things, and not necessarily that the action part, right? It's air. It's an air full moon. Like it's not about necessarily grounding them into your reality and living exclusively from that place. Love your dragon. But it is about seeing it and having the awareness and the clarity and the information to then oscillate between the two and spend more time in the authentic version because it feels nicer, and visit less and less back into the conditioned old comfort zone version just because it feels safe and known there. Like, so getting the information is what this week is about. And the change will happen naturally because it feels nice to be in our authenticity, to be free. Like, it's pleasurable to be in that spaciousness. So I hope that the two cards that have popped themselves out for our contemplation will also help. So I'm going to go ahead and read those, and then we can also do a little round robin on what do you take, as you listen for these cards, like how are you connecting that back to either what you shared or what you heard in the group from somebody else, or the themes or whatever, or maybe something else that was on your mind that didn't get to come out in your share, but like because it was on the card, you want to share one more little piece. We'll go around one more time here after I read these. And I love the first one because it comes out often. It's like one of the mascots of the Sacred Circle. And some of you may know what card this is already just by me describing it, but the camel. Okay, so the camel, and I'll read this one. And this is also where the Sacred Circle has also been lovingly dubbed the oasis. Okay, like we're in the desert, we're out there doing the things, plugging along with all the people on the whole bell curve, like no matter where they're living and how they're navigating. And then we come to the oasis, we come to Sacred Circle where there is safety, there is support, there's intuitive other people, there's emotional other people doing their self-work, doing their shadow work. So the camel is about resourcefulness, independent, and knowing one's self. How beautiful for the Aquarius full moon. That's so good already. Okay, so the camel can handle absolutely anything as it carries a wealth of nourishment within. This wondrous creature is self-reliant and handles challenges with ease. Even in the face of excess heat, meaning judgment or anger, the camel searches inside for the cool elixir of water to calm the situation. The camel represents the ultimate form of bringing opposites into balance, fire and water, and being responsible for one's own reactions. The camel is a wonderful traveler and is especially fond of trips to faraway lands. When in balance, calm, content, and a sparkle in the eye. When out of balance, dehydrated and lacks vitality, to bring into balance a pilgrimage. Okay, so that's the camel. The second one, also very interesting for everything we've talked about, is the butterfly. Okay, so the butterfly is about undergoing great change and transformation. The energy of the butterfly is with us during periods of transition. Since air is the element of the heart, this change usually involves relationships, or if you love your job, perhaps your career. Since transition is accompanied by some amount of discomfort, be extra patient and kind during this time, especially if the butterfly is you. Let solid friends and activities support you like a cocoon. Committing to one daily routine done at the same place and time will do wonders for lifting a butterfly's spirit. When in balance, cheerful and graceful. When out of balance, fragile and frustrated. To bring into balance daily routine. Yeah. So, I mean, I definitely hear themes of the entire conversation showing up in these cards. And Nikki, since you were last to share, would you like to go first as we go back around one more time? I hope you enjoyed getting to peek in on what a little bit of the Sacred Circle experience is like. And again, those links to dive in even deeper are in the description box. Otherwise, I would still love to hear from you below about what kind of change you're currently embracing and what the old known comfort zone version looked like and how that transition into the new upgraded version may not have been as straightforward as you expected, and possibly what you did to support yourself through that process. The comment section is an awesome opportunity for sharing ideas and getting ideas from other people. Maybe they're dealing with something very similar or have dealt with something very similar to what you're currently dealing with. So feel free to scroll through there and leave any of your wisdom down below for anybody else who might need to see that. As I said at the beginning of the Sacred Circle excerpt, we are all walking permission slips for each other, and you never know how much your wisdom may be needed in this world. So thank you so much for taking the time to leave anything that you're inspired to share. Until next time, I do hope that you'll take such good care of your precious self, and so will I. Bye-bye.